Good morning, it is Friday the 4th of July and I would just like to say happy 4th of July to anyone that's celebrating it today. And I am out in the garden and I just thought I would have a wee look. It's been raining again and actually I am so happy that it's raining because we're just back from London and we had the most amazing time, but the weather was baking and I would have thought I would have loved that, but it was just too hot to want to do anything. It just wasn't agreeing with me at all. But the third day we were there was fantastic. It was just a bit cooler, still warm for us, but we were able to do lots of stuff. But we just had the most amazing time. You know, one of the highlights was we were outside the Palladium and Rachel Ziegler had came out and done her Don't Cry For Me Argentina from Evita, and it was just amazing the way they done it, like her coming out on the actual balcony, and I think that gets filmed for the people inside. I had to let it happen. So yeah, that was an amazing highlight. And then what did we do the next day? We've sort of like wandered around. So we've been to Borough Market, we went to the Tower of London, we've been to Buckingham Palace, we went to the British Museum. We couldn't enjoy that, it was just far too hot, so we had to come out of there. It was baking. And then the last night we went to see The Devil Wears Prada musical, and it was Vanessa Williams who was Miranda, and I absolutely loved the show Ugly Betty, and of course she was Wilhelmina. So for me it was just like watching Wilhelmina all the way through it. I was so happy and she was amazing. They were all amazing. And then it was back home and back to nice Scottish weather, which I quite appreciate today. Anyway, back to the garden, rambling on here. So you can see that this is my wee favourite side garden, and I'm just looking at the feverfew there, and now we've got this equinox and it's got so many heads on it this year and it's so tall. I don't think it's meant to be quite as tall. Might have to rethink its spot for next year. And then obviously the ivy, and look at that feverfew. It's just doing amazing. I don't know when I'll have to maybe cut that back. It looks fine just now, so I'm leaving it. And then we've got the green cornice, which is a dogwood, looking really healthy. And now the willow, which has got the creeping jenny and the wee pink non-stop begonias below it. And then you can just see on my wee black bench that there's miniature gladiolas and lettuce planted round it. And oh, this is my big hydrangea. I think it's Zorro or something it's called. It's a lace cap and I just love it. The colour is just, sorry, I keep saying just. The colour is beautiful. It's like a cornflower bluey purple, I would say, at this part. The other one's a different colour. And then I've lined up the sort of plants going along the wall just to make it look a little bit softer. And ivy, look, you can see it's starting to creep up through the hydrangea. I need to find out if that'll do it any damage. Yeah, look at the colours that are starting to appear. Beautiful. And now just having a wee look along the other path. And as you can see, but like I just said, I've softened it a bit with the plants on the right hand side. And the super tunia is just starting to take off. That's 3 plants there where you see the wee clump, and I know that if we get some sun, that's going to just explode with colour. And then we have the red dogwood along here, and just past what we've passed was agapanthus, which has about 6 heads on it this year, and I think only had 3 last year, so happy days. And then, oh look, my little gladiolas. Now, I planted these last year and they were terrible. In fact, I don't even think they flowered because they were so bad. And I know that wasn't a colour that I bought, because I'm sure I bought orange and I bought like a blue. So you just never know what you're going to get, do you? This, oh, I love this view now. I really love it. It's so soft and definitely one of my favourite views. It just looks so full, even though the dahlia border is still trying to fill in. I like all the different textures. And the raspberry bush, I need to check and see if there's any more raspberries on it. Now that's the eucomis. I was just checking to see if we had any flower heads on it yet, but there doesn't seem to be anything. And then the little petunia, can't remember what that was called, Thumbelina Priscilla. That was the purple ones, looking really pretty. And the Christophii have still got colour, so that's good. I'm sure they were a little bit later anyway than the Purple Sensation last year. I staked the other day, so the sunflowers are tied up with a stake, so hopefully that'll keep them upright. And I just love this strong Annabelle. It's looking amazing. I think I said this is its third year in my garden, and it's looking fantastic. I actually did snap a few wee flower heads or buds off a few weeks ago when I was trying to tidy up, and at the back there, you should just leave things alone, Sandra. These just go sort of that lime green, then they turn white, and when they're white they just look really puffy and big, and they're amazing. And then you can just see my little Mother's Day gift, the head planter there with the lobelia, which isn't flowering yet, but it's just looking nice. And that creeping Jenny with the supertunia. I think the supertunia is starting to fight back, so hopefully it'll get a lot more flowers on it. And then coming over to the front of the wee old playhouse, we've got the other wee trough planter, and it is looking fabulous. The supertunia is really getting there now. I love even how it's getting a bit of height, probably trying to escape the creeping Jenny. But if we're going to get flowers, who cares? Those bright colours against the the darkness of the wee shed is looking great. And just a wee pan around to the wheelbarrow, which, look at this, just last week it was getting there last week, but since I've been away to London and came back, it has really sort of took on a new lease of life. The supertunia, that's just one of the wee plants, and that was a cutting that I managed to salvage, looking beautiful. And then we've got the two dahlias in the middle, which were from seed, and the geranium with the little dark bits on the leaves, and the lobelia, which you can just see the little bluey purpley flowers are starting to take off. Do you know when I first did it and it looked a bit bleh, and I wasn't sure about it, but now that it's got all the flowers in it, and look, this was from orange dahlias, that seed, and it doesn't look like it's going to be orange to me, but do you know what, if it's a pretty flower, I don't care. And this is the begonia. Look at that. I saved these corms from last year, so basically they're free. Just about everything was free, actually. The two dahlias, which were from seed, and the begonias were from last year, and then the lobelia was a packet of seeds, and the supertunias was from a cutting. I think I bought the geraniums, which, if you worked it out, it's a couple of £2. And then just at the back of the chair, we have miscanthus, and now the geranium is really taken off. Look at that, it's like a sort of corally pink. And the supertunia in the hanging basket that the chain has broke is coming around now. It was really quite small when I put it in there, so it's getting there. And I know I said the side garden is my favourite, but this is also my favourite area. It's like my little woodland spot, and I absolutely love it. And this part of it is the most sort of abundant it's looked this year. So you can just see the little impatiens. They're really starting to take off. They've been quite slow, but you know, when I watch Jess, the singing gardener, and she does a river of impatiens under a little wooden bridge that she made, and it's just gorgeous when it takes off. And to me, when I was just looking at that there, it's not on that scale, but it just looks like a little river, and it'd be so nice to maybe just carry that along the front. We'll see. Oh, my fork is still there. I'm so untidy. Although I have been to London, I couldn't put it away from there. And you can see the little feverfew and the gladiolas, which I think they're going to be burgundy. That's if they're the colour that they were supposed to be. And just sort of panning round now to, what am I going to look at here? The lily. Everything has been opening up since I've been away. And there's begonias in these wee cages. That's the same ones as what's in the wheelbarrow. And in a little basket of supertunia, which is one plant in there again. And if we get sun, that should take off. I need to feed them though. They're quite heavy feeders. The supertunias are anyway. And the patio is needing weeded again. I'll have to do that this week. And then my little grow zone, which I keep forgetting to water things, but hey ho. And down here we've got the climbing rose, which I definitely need to get put on some wire or something because it's starting to flop over. Totally tangerine. I have a bud. I think I showed you that the last time, but it's getting there. And that's the totally tangerine geums. And look at my courgette. This is my first year growing, so it's looking good. Can't see any courgettes yet, but hey ho. And the sweet corn just at the back there. Then in front of that we've got echinacea and hostas, which that hosta that's the taller one there is the one that I keep bragging about because it has no bite marks because I have it on a wire rack. And that is, what's the name? Liatris was the word I was trying to think of, the wee grassy one. And now coming to the back, looking over here, you can see the sweet peas in the distance and the calendula, which is that sort of lemon yellow. They were grew from seed. And also I think this year they've been the best they've been. The ranunculus were good there as well, so I don't know what's going on. They bits are freshly dug right enough, so it's maybe just in nice new soil. And the dark spots you can see is heuchera. I think it's Palace Purple, which is just really nice in there with all the green. And then of course we've got the Brunnera Silver Heart in the distance. And the calendula is just, it's just a nice wee ray of sunshine in there. And the snapdragons. Now the seeds I took were from the pale pink one round the side, and we've got a wee mixture here, so it's like a bubblegum pink and then more of a red, I would say. So it'll be interesting to see what all the other ones look like. And the rhubarb is looking fabulous. Obviously it's too small just now, but anyway, I think you're not meant to cut it in the first year, so I need to be patient. Those sweet peas, and the smell of them is just gorgeous. Loving this pink. It's like a bubblegum pink, like my supertunia. And then more of a hot pink down there, and you can just see the black ball cornflowers. And gladiolas, I'm sure they're a mixture of like a peachy and like a lilac-y colour possibly. And the Liatris spicata there is looking fabulous. Not got any colour yet, but it's getting there. And the hosta you can see at the back. Oh, look at this stilby, that was my bare root from last year, and I'm positive that's a white one again. So it's nice to see that starting to flower. I did get 3 and it seems like I only got 1 to grow. but you never know. It looked like one was trying to grow at the start of the season at the back, so I might need to, if I can find it, possibly dig it out of there and move it. And then the crocosmia at the back, I got a flower on that last year after dividing and feeding, so we'll see what we get this year. And oh, look at the lilies. Oh, and they're actually in a pot. I had them on the patio for the longest time catching sun, and then once they were a fair size, I put the pot in there at the back, well, in between the black lace elderberry and the Weigela, and it's a nice little bit of sort of brightness. I like when things like that light up an area. And now we're just sort of going back round again, looking at my wee messy area on the chair with seedlings and whatnot. And another look at the wheelbarrow from the opposite side, and look at that begonia, it's just gorgeous. And then the dahlia has another bud. I thought it only had one, but it's got two. And look at this gorgeous lobelia, that colour. I actually was hoping to have more of the bluey one, but that'll do. I'll take that one. And the calamagrostis grass is looking fabulous, and that's planted with lobelia and the non-stop begonias as well. Just taking another look at this area again. I'm so happy with it. It just feels like it's quite a peaceful area for me. And that's a calendula sown from seeds. Sorry, I have to show off. Sown from seed. And the Brunnera silver heart, that's a baby at the front, and the adult plant at the back there. Anyway, I think that's about all that's in bloom at the moment. I'm really happy. Oh, the Aquilage, I forgot about that. But I just wanted to have this wee walk around, since I loved London, but I did miss my garden. And I'll just leave you with a few wee bits of what we got up to. We had a fabulous time, as I said, and it's for Grace and I's special birthdays this year, so feeling very lucky. I will just say thank you so much for watching, and bye for now.